Jiu-Jitsu Sisterhood. I'm your host, Ashley.
And I'm your co-host, Edelia.
So welcome back. Today's episode, we're going to call it
Community Buzz.
Because buzz. So a lot of stuff going on in the Jiu-Jitsu community right now.
Mm-hmm.
And something very specific. So we'll talk about that. But before that, let's plug everything.
Yes.
Before I forget.
We are Jiu-Jitsu Sisterhood. You can listen to us on Spotify as Jiu-Jitsu Sisterhood. Or make sure to check us out in video form so you can see our faces on YouTube.
Yes, pose.
Yes. Thumbnail time. Anywho. We're also on Instagram and TikTok, Jiu-Jitsu Sisterhood, across all platforms.
Yes. And like she said, make sure to follow us and subscribe on our YouTube channel. Support us. We're trying to, get out there, get known.
Yes. Even if it's just to put on events.
Oh, yeah. We're also trying to put together another Jiu-Jitsu Sisterhood tournament.
Coming in July. You should just keep your eye out.
So if you're local and you want to sign up for that, or if you're not and you're nearby and you want to sign up for that, let us know. Because we'd love to have you.
Yeah.
So, as we said, community buzz. What's going on in the community, Edelia?
I think the biggest thing is that tournament that's taking place on the exact same day as ADCC.
What is it? CJI? Accidentally being called CGI.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't want to say the name because I thought I was gonna say CGI.
I thought I was gonna mess up.
So I was just like,
So if you don't know what the CJI Craig Jones Invitational, this is the top level, second place, consistent second placer in the jiu-jitsu community, Craig Jones, and he's decided to host his own tournament on the same day as ADCC, which is Abu Dhabi something.
We swear we know what we're talking about.
I don't know what the C's are. But, it's from Abu Dhabi. And they've been around for a very long time, right? But there's been a whole, conflict about, paying fighters more and also women fighters more.
Yeah, because women literally get stiffed out of 50% of what they could be making or what their male counterparts make. That's crazy.
And then there's, rumors because, they're, saying, oh, women get 6K and dudes get 10K. But Fion's but I only got 5K. What's going on out there,
Not to mention that at least this year, didn't you tell me that Gaidama was sponsoring that bracket or that?
So yeah, she said that Gaidama, which is a women's jiu-jitsu sports apparel, that they're paying pretty much the 40K of the absolute bracket of ADCC for the women. So it's if they're paying for that prize money and they still can't pay
more than $5,000.
The female winner, the same amount of money. I don't know how I feel about that. I've been a big supporter of ADCC, and I didn't know the prize money. Honestly, I didn't know how much these fighters were getting paid. I really didn't know.
Yeah,
I did not do my research on that.
No, I didn't either.
So when I heard this, I was like, "This is ridiculous. What is this? The 1950s? What is this? What is this? Russia? What is this? China?" No. Seriously though, we're not those countries. What is going on here?
Yeah.
And I'm also really tired. So did you want to say something?
No, absolutely. It's not.
I'm really tired of the whole argument of women not bringing in crowds.
Oh yeah, we were talking about that. I don't think that that's true at all, because anytime that I've seen anything where there's two girls fighting, everyone will always go, "Hey, those girls are fighting," because we tend to be kind of fun to watch.
We're very technical. We tend to move often. We don't like to. I don't feel like I see a lot of women
stay stagnant. There are.
Stay stagnant. They exist, but it's not as common.
You also need to know how to play the rule set of whatever competition you're at, and sometimes that requires you to be a little bit stagnant to make sure that you make the points you want. You need to make.
But in general, females tend to be more exciting in general, and I feel like that argument is starting to become a cop out.
It really is.
Just an excuse to not pay women a fair amount. And I'm not saying it has to be the exact same amount, whatever.
There definitely are less.
But more than 50%.
For sure. There definitely are less women competing at that high of a level as opposed to men. But it doesn't mean we're not drawing in crowds. It doesn't mean people aren't interested in watching those fights. Because they are. Yeah. So that is a cop-out.
And then I feel like ADCC knows that that's like a fake argument at this point because he went ahead and raised the money like this. The moment there was some like friction, he was like, "No problem, I'll raise it the same amount, no problem, easy, I don't care." And I'm like,
why did that have to be a conversation that had to be had without like fair is fair?
like why did we have to get to this point if it was so easy?
Yeah, wouldn't it have been nice to not have to have been called out
and risk your tournament falling apart?
Is that kind of what's going on then? Because I imagine a lot of people, because like what was the prize money? Like
10K.
No, what was the prize money for the one that's taking the
for the CJI? $1 million.
I wanted to say CGI.
CGI.
CJI.
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 $1 million. Not for the super, because they also have super fights. So, but it's for the male bracket gets $1 million. So he's like, unfortunately, I don't have enough to pay the females $1 million. Convenient. I'm kidding.
$1 million is a lot of money. So.
I know. Oh my God, can we do like 500K?
Because
like,
that's still a lot of.
That's
money.
still way more than anybody's getting. Like, come on, think about it. I'm gonna message you, Craig Jones. I'm gonna suggest that. Like instead of $1 million for the dudes only.
No, but he already told the dudes $1 million. It is what it is. Let it be. Let it.
Okay,
be.
fine. Can we just collect like 500K from your friend again? He has somebody that's giving him all this money to do this.
Really?
Yes.
Must be nice.
Must be nice. Yeah, he has good friends, very supportive friends that are basically like took that money out of the bank and like, no, I need this $1 million to basically prove that he has $1 million to give the prize. He even took it on Joe Rogan and like dumped it on the floor. Like
Seriously?
not on the floor, but like on the table, and it was like falling everywhere. Yeah, just to prove that it was real. Like, I'm really gonna pay. Like,
Well, yeah, because like, okay, so outside of the jiu-jitsu community, but like, you know that Austin McBroom guy?
Who?
Okay. Literally YouTube famous. So this is only gonna be like applicable to like the people who know that, but whatever. So he threw this really large boxing event where he had like TikTokers versus YouTubers like fight each other, and apparently he promised all this prize money to the winners, and he still hasn't paid them out.
You see?
And he's like being sued and stuff. So that's probably why they were like, how do we know this is real? Because there's literally history of it happening.
Yeah,
elsewhere.
actually.
So it's happened before in the past, you know?
Yeah, so it's definitely. I get why he did it. I get
Yeah.
why he did it. It was a little necessary.
But he showed it. He's got it. It's there.
So yeah, so Fionn apparently is supposed to have a super fight. I don't think they have it lined up yet, but that's gonna happen. And I think other people are gonna hop on that. Obviously, they're probably getting paid. Obviously, for those super
So
fights.
were you also telling me that there were fans of certain fighters that were upset that they were no longer going to be doing ADCC?
Yes, Fionn got apparently some messages like, "How could you switch over to this? I bought tickets for ADCC. Like, how could you just go to this other one now?" And it's like, if you were in her shoes, and you had to make a career choice, would you not do the one that paid more? You already did this one. You already won this one.
And
the money's okay.
Yeah, and apparently you got stiffed out of $1,000, and you make that exact same amount of money off of one seminar. So like,
Exactly. She makes more money off a seminar.
where she's not like risking herself, like injury and stuff like that when she does a seminar.
So yeah, it's a little unfair when fans like guilt trip athletes. Like, how could you make this career decision? I bought tickets to see you. Like, like I would never like have the audacity. I'm sorry, the audacity to message an athlete and say like, how dare you do that? Like, I bought tickets to see. I didn't even know who you were before ADCC. It's like, okay, then why are you even upset? Like, freaking sell your ticket. You didn't even know who I was before. Like,
They were buying their audacity in bulk at Costco. It's fine.
like, that's wild to me, honestly. And then also speaking of the seminars that she makes money at, right? Just as much money as apparently winning ADCC. These seminars are filled mostly with men. Which ties back to the argument of women not drawing in audiences.
Yeah, no, it's crap.
Cop
out. We've established that's a cop out.
If it was mostly women, I'd be like, fine. But it's not.
It's not.
It's mostly dudes because there's mostly dudes in the sport. And I'm sorry, dudes like to watch women fight. That's the thing.
And if they're good at it.
Especially if they're good at it, even better. Just like MMA. It's fun to watch.
Correct.
Because you don't see that side of women often. That aggression, you know? Like, it's different.
Who else has already agreed to do this tournament?
Of women?
Yeah.
So Craig is going to fight Gabby
Garcia.
Oh,
wow. Like, I haven't heard this information. Wow.
So how do you feel about that? I told you how I felt, so before I say how I felt, how do you feel about it?
I
Hearing
actually,
that information.
So I think I'm a little more optimistic than you are about it.
Okay.
I think that's going to be kind of fun to watch. Because, I mean, I think it's obvious that Gabby Garcia can hold her own against literally anyone. And I'm sure, again,
if you don't know who she is, Google her.
And I'm sure she can serve some serious punishment. So I don't think it'll be an easy role by any means for either party.
Yeah, she's definitely heavier, definitely taller.
I think it would be fun, like really
probably
fun to watch.
stronger.
I'm really excited to watch it.
Guys, Google her.
And I kind of want her.
I can put a picture up too.
I kind of want her to dominate him. I think that would be great.
That's what I said. That was my response. Like, I would love to see her win, but like legitimately win. Like, I don't want him to just like tap out in like 30 seconds.
Yeah, I
want to see like an exchange and then she wins.
What has made you so what's the word I'm looking for? What has made you
think it's gonna be like
fake?
Yeah,
exactly.
Because he said he wasn't training for it, like not prepping for it.
So he still like trains on a regular basis.
Not really. Apparently, he says he doesn't train as much as he used to. He's been doing more like other stuff.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm more optimistic about it. I think it's gonna be fun.
It would be fun if it's real. I don't want to see no games.
But like,
I don't want to see no games, Craig.
How would you know?
I don't know if I'll know or not, but I don't want to see no games. Okay, I want it to be a legitimate fight because girls and guys fight all the time. Like we grapple in the gym, and yes, I know there's a strength disparity. I know, but if you were to actually do a competition and just like vow to not try to murder each other, completely.
Just respect the tap. Other than
that,
just
exactly. Respect the tap. And we'll see what happens. And obviously, the girl will try her best. But if it's real, like yes, like I think that would be amazing because I think it's he's very good and very technical and whatever, and then she's very large and strong.
And in charge.
And she's experienced. It was funny. She like Google who has more gold medals, Craig Jones or Gabby Garcia? And she just puts herself like laughing because obviously
who has more gold?
He has never won gold.
Oh yeah, that's right. You said that.
He's
like the very beginning.
Second placer of life. Constantly second place. I mean, it's more than me.
I'm not even.
More than me.
Yeah, I was about to say. I was like, I'm not even second best at like anything, so we're good.
I ain't gonna say anything. But moving on from that. So, and then they were making fun of also ADCC, saying that it's basically like a new wave in-house tournament, which is, there's like this whole drama of ADCC like clearly has bias of like who they put in as fighters because Gordon Ryan, they're like biffles with Gordon Ryan. Mo is biffles with Gordon Ryan basically. Yeah. So a lot of like people from New Wave, which is Gordon and Danaher's gym,
right,
are fighting in ADCC and not in the other one.
Okay.
So they're basically like making fun of it, saying it's like a New Wave in-house tournament.
I can see that.
I mean, how do you feel about this? This whole thing, like him doing it on the same day, him
like
stealing the fighters, basically.
It very clearly seems intentional.
Right, but do you think it's like good for the sport? Do you think it's bad for the sport?
I think it has everybody talking about it, and I think any publicity is good publicity, so I think it's going to end up being good for the sport.
Yeah, they also mentioned like the more money that's on the line, apparently like will bring even like non-jiu-jitsu people's attention to it, like $1 million, blah blah blah.
Definitely. I think so.
Yeah, so even though it's a little like messy right now and rocky, and he's like, Craig is like going ham, like not only is he like messing with ADCC, but now he's like messing with like Meragali.
Oh,
And
yeah.
oh my
He's a
god,
fucking troll. I love it.
he is the ultimate troll, and everybody's here for it.
Yes.
He's like, what is the joke in our gym? He's like the Lisan al-Ghaib from Dune. The like the Messiah, basically. The prophet.
We have a bunch of nerds where we train, okay?
That's basically what he is for the sport right now. Where he creates like a revolution and change, and you know what I mean? You know what I mean? But it is a lot. It's definitely gonna get a little messy. But they're also pulling in a lot of fighters that, won either second place or third place at ADCC trials, which honestly, I know, like, I met girls, fighters at least, that won second or third place that I would love to see fight in ADCC, because I know that that's what their goal was. And if this is their opportunity to do it, and if that by them creating that extra event allowed this opportunity for her, like, I mean, I'm here for it.
I am too. I think there's plenty to go around.
Definitely. There's plenty of high-level fighters out there,
Yeah.
honestly, and I'm happy that they're trying to make a stance about increasing the pay, just in general.
Yeah, I agree.
Because BJJ is getting really popular. Like, constantly people are coming off the street like, I want to do what I saw on TV.
I can't believe I have a coworker that trains.
It's getting, yeah. Like, I just met somebody, too, like, at, like, my sister's graduation party. One of the ladies' child. He's like 18, but
One of the ladies I work with, also both of her grandkids do jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, and he just started.
And she, to the point where she didn't even make karate moves. She knew.
I did that when I first started. Yeah, even though I knew that had nothing to do with it, it was just subconscious. I don't know, like, it would just happen. Even though it had nothing to do with it. Even though I was already doing the sport, and I would still do those karate chops.
Why?
I don't know. It's natural.
I know. I talk with my hands a lot, but I'm not karate chopping.
I think just because it's martial art, and it's like, what else would you do if it was jiu-jitsu? Like, I don't know, fake rear naked choke. That looks weird too.
You know what's funny? My son saw my husband like in a gi, and he immediately, like, he used to watch like Coco Melon, and when he saw us in the gi, he was like, Taekwondo.
Oh,
it was cute.
Taekwondo.
No.
It was cute. Okay, so should we touch that touchy subject?
I mean, we can, but I don't want to come off as bitter because I'm not trying to be bitter. Okay.
Well, I mean, are we missing anything else from that whole?
No, I think we talked about it.
CGI thing.
No, CGI, we're good.
CGI. Did I say CGI?
No, you said it right. I said it wrong, but I said it wrong on purpose.
Okay, I was like, did I say CGI? Damn it.
No, you didn't.
Did we talk about everything?
I think so. We talked about the pay situation.
Yeah, I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
If anyone's stressed about it, I think, like we said, it's good for the sport. Don't be too stressed about it. And especially if he's going to make it, he's trying to make it a yearly thing. So, next time he might bring $1 million for the women. Like, how cool would that be?
I mean, hopefully this event generates enough money that he can actually do that. Because that would be great.
A lot of it's going to charity, though. Like, I mean, not a lot, but a portion. Which is
if he wants to make it a yearly thing, he has to invest back into it. But that's just looking at it from a smart standpoint. I don't know. He might have friends that want to donate the money again. I don't know. You do you. I'm not telling you.
Yeah, I guess it depends how many spectator tickets they sell and all that. Oh, they're also doing
how much are they? Do you know how much the spectator tickets are?
No, I'm not sure. But also the event is in the pit. If you've seen Karate Combat, they did a pit submission series of Jiu-Jitsu. Helena Kavar fought there with against Caitlin Murdoch. That's also on our channel if you want to watch that with the commentary. And it's you're like in a pit basically, so you have like angled walls that you can use instead of like a cage format. So I thought that was awesome too. So obviously Craig Jones loved it when he did it, because he did Karate Combat also and fought in the pit. And cool. He like, the guy, like, his opponent like posted on the wall, and he immediately triangled him off the wall the moment that guy posted. And I'm like, damn, that was slick. So he probably actually liked the pit idea, and I liked it when I watched it. I'm like, I would love to fight in a pit instead of like a cage. I wouldn't want to fight in a cage.
No.
It's not comfortable once you're pressed against the cage. You can't really do anything. I'd rather do the pit thing because you can't really get out of the pit.
Kind of reminds me of like maybe using a wall like in your gym. So like
It's similar, except it's angled. So that's the only difference.
I need to see what this pit looks like.
I need to see what this pit.
Yeah, I need to see what this pit looks like.
But that's cool. So I thought that was cool. Okay, so are we doing the other subject?
We can, yeah. So Meragali's got like a 19-year-old girlfriend who just turned 19.
And Craig Jones,
bro,
is not looking away from that.
Now Meragali is Brazilian though, right?
Mm-hmm.
We have to consider that there are cultural differences here at play. That's number one. Okay, that needs to be acknowledged.
That needs to be.
It needs to be acknowledged. That being said, we are in the United States of America, and that is where he resides. Like, if you like younger chicks, then, like, that's cool. But apparently, like, he was liking pictures of hers from when, like, she was, like, 15 and 16 years old, and they were, like, putting him on blast for that, too.
Yeah, that's what Craig was
now,
pointing out.
Here's what I'm saying, okay? He's not doing anything inherently wrong. She is of age. Hardly. She's still a teenager. Okay? She's still of age. And as far as we know, he wasn't dating her when she was 16 or 15 years old, but he was liking her pictures.
He was liking her pictures.
Okay.
Now, was it after they met? Before he started dating her?
Was he like keeping an eye on her to see when she became legal so he could dip in his toes, so to speak?
Muddy water.
Yeah.
Definitely muddy water.
I don't want to touch it. Like,
I don't want to touch that muddy water.
I don't really want to touch it that much, okay?
It's
really
weird.
don't.
I'm sorry.
Because I also don't want to come off as bitter. I get it. She's gorgeous. I really do get
beautiful.
it. I really get it. I
but
understand.
it's weird.
But, like, you're old, man. Like,
it's weird.
What do you guys talk about? And you know what? Maybe you guys really do have a connection. And then it just tells me that you're not really that sharp. And that's okay, too. That's okay, too. There's someone for everyone, and you found your girl.
Found it, bro.
It's just you. And then no, hold on. And then like
the comments.
The comments. But then did you read some of the comments that like he wrote back? He wanted to like instead of like just like leaving it alone because at the end of the day you're not doing anything legal. Okay, you're really not. And if you want to date someone that's like half your age, then that's on you, bro. 100%. That's on you. But like I can't imagine going to a bar with a date and not being able to both get a drink.
Oh my god, true. And then also in the beginning of their relationship, he never posted her face. So
we don't really.
She might have been underage.
Again,
at that point, I would have to research. I'm not that much of a lurker. I lurked a little bit, but not that much. So like, I remember seeing pictures of him with her and him never showing her face. But I thought he just maybe didn't want to post her. I didn't. But then all of a sudden, this came out of him, like, all of us, like, so I was like, wait, what? Now, all of a sudden, okay, now we see her face, like, okay, and now we know she's 19. Now he's pointing out all these other things. I'm just like...
Hold on. So he is doubling down. So now he's coming back at some comments going, I'm sorry.
Who, Meragali?
Yeah. I'm sorry you're not successful enough to land a woman when she's in her prime.
Oh, yeah.
Like, my friend, she's still not a woman. Let's be clear. She's 19.
19 is not prime for women, guys.
And it's not even prime.
That is not prime.
Well, for him, it is. So, you know what he's doing? He's literally just exposing himself. He's just exposing himself. Like, if you think that, someone who is not yet 100%, like, a woman, because she's not, her brain's not fully developed yet. There's a lot with maturity. I just can't.
No, my God.
I just can't. I also want to be careful with
pure
what it is
and mature and this
Bro,
and
yes,
that.
the words he chose. Why would you choose the word pure for 19?
And then clearly you have to say mature because no one's going to believe that she's mature.
Because she's 19 years old, she's not. She's not. I think it's cute that you think that she is. And the fact that you think that she is maybe just says a lot more about your character. Maybe you're also not mature. But no, it's
I'm
because he's
sorry.
successful. He's
Yeah.
a successful man.
I'm successful.
He knows how to beat up people on the mat, so he's successful.
I mean, when I first saw him in like 2018, I was like, he's chill. And then that just like escalated. Like his ego escalated so hardcore. I was like, whoa, what is happening? And then he like started learning from Gordon Ryan. And I feel like it got even worse after that. Like people said, no, he's always been like that. But I'm like, maybe he was always kind of like that. But I feel like it definitely escalated after training with Gordon. I'm sorry, Gordon has a big ego too. He does.
I mean, all of these high-level guys have this ridiculous ego, and like at the end of the day, I understand you're also generating a lot of money because you're good at what you do. At the end of the day, you're just throwing people around on the mats. You're
Just aggressively cuddling.
yeah,
Okay.
you're not actually doing anything to make this world better. Okay. Aside from like spreading this, which is great, not really making it better, because you're also not just teaching good quality people. There's also a lot of assholes that you're teaching this to.
Oh my God! You know what? Somebody pointed out to me. It was because it's kind of taking a darker turn too. But just like the fact that like yes, women are like we get to learn how to defend ourselves, but there's also assholes and like crazy people learning how to do jiu-jitsu also.
Yeah,
That are in the shadows.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
That
like,
is so scary.
So like you think, like in general, like we hope that you are doing something better in this world by teaching like people how to defend themselves, but you have no control over who signs in and takes a class and seems normal enough to learn.
Scary. I hadn't thought about that. I'm like,
Yeah, you
my
don't
God.
really know people's motivations. Anyway, so that took a dark
anyway.
turn.
Anyway. Sorry, guys. Anyway, where did you want to take this?
That was it. Just the whole Meragali thing. I think it's
It's a
funny.
lot.
Again, he's not really doing anything wrong.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we can tell it's inappropriate.
Technically, it's not really inappropriate.
I mean,
it's
like
legal. It's legal.
Okay, yes, federally, by law, by society standards, but morally, everybody knows it's weird.
Okay, so can I
Morally, everybody knows it's weird. Yes, society says it's fine because they're over 18. Yes, we get it, but like fundamentally, like and growth and development wise, like it's weird. It's weird.
It is.
I'm sorry.
Again, your brain's not fully developed until you're 25.
I mean, I was looking at a photo of them when I did my lurking. I was looking at a photo of them. They're laying next to each other, face to face, and you know clearly you can see the stress of one and the wrinkles and everything, and then the perfect skin. I'm just like, shouldn't be like this.
She's beautiful, but she does look young. She doesn't look 19 either.
She doesn't look 19.
Doesn't look
I thought she was
either.
like 20 something.
Yeah. She doesn't look 19 either.
But also, a lot of girls these days kind of dress very mature.
Yeah.
Mature.
Again, not hating on that. There's plenty, but there are plenty.
Well, we're not
of beautiful...
hating on her looks.
No, not at all.
That is not the
There
problem.
are
That is not the problem.
What I'm saying is there are plenty of really hot chicks who are 25 who you could probably get along with. But I understand if mentally they're not matching you. I get it. Or rather, you're not matching them. It could be challenging. So maybe that's the problem.
It could be challenging.
That's it.
So yeah, it's definitely that's not even the argument.
I'm not bitter. I don't want you, Meragali. Go with your 19-year-old. I just don't want to come off as bitter. Because when men do this, when men do this, they're just talking fucking shit. Whatever. When women do it, they're being bitter. I'm not being bitter. Okay.
We're not bitter.
Good for fucking you,
We're
bro.
not bitter.
But it's fucking weird.
It's
Good
just
for you,
weird.
but it's fucking weird.
I mean, I don't think it's being bitter. We don't talk.
I know we're
never
not being
even talked
bitter.
about
I
anybody
know.
else, yeah.
I know we're not being bitter. But what I'm saying is, some asshole dude is gonna hear this and think that it's that we're being bitter, and we're not. We understand. We see her. We understand that she also doesn't look 19. But up here she is. But if you are too, then, good for you.
Good for you.
Yeah. But it's weird.
Alright, so another thing that was coming up in the BJJ community was the whole rolling light issue. Like, Jiu-Jitsu is becoming like... I mean, the word they used was pussified, but I don't think that's fair to use because women are very not gentle like that.
But was it because they were saying specifically because of women or just like in general? Because maybe it could be getting a little bit watered down because it does seem like there's a jiu-jitsu school opening in every freaking shopping center.
No, yeah, it wasn't about women. No, I'm just saying that because I just mean like, okay, I'm not even gonna explain it, but it was just a joke. No, but I agree with the watering down thing. Yeah,
That's probably what it is.
I get it. Yeah.
And even we're not as hardcore on like newbies as they were on us when we started because we were a much smaller school.
Bruh. When I was a white belt, worse probably when she was a white belt. Probably even more intense. Even well, you were a blue belt when I started. They did, right?
Yeah. Did I not tell you about Circle of Death? How I essentially got initiated and prepared for my blue belt.
That's what we did when they got
no.
Yes.
No. I'm not talking about the hazing afterwards where they beat you. I'm talking
no,
about
no, actual Ring of Death. That was like a thing, but we stopped doing it.
Yeah, we did, dude. During Ring of Death, it's like how long was it? It was like 6 minutes of like
everybody. No, but you had to go with everybody.
Okay. In the middle of my Circle of Death, which was a lot of guys, and all of these guys were bigger than me and stronger than me. It was hardcore. Okay. In the middle of mine, I was fucking crying. I was crying and I kept going. I didn't stop the way I was rolling. I was still rolling as good as I could for the moment. But the entire time, freaking tears streaming down my face because they wanted to make sure that I could actually like hold my fucking own.
I think it was until we tapped, basically. But it was like eventually you just get so tired that you end up just tapping like pretty fast because it's so many people.
Oh no, I take a lot of abuse. I took a lot. That's why I was crying.
Yeah, that's why I was crying.
That's why I was crying.
But I think that's how he did it, if I remember correctly. But we stopped doing that. We don't do that anymore.
No,
for promotions.
No.
We just whip them.
Yeah. But that's not the day of your promotion. It's before.
Yeah,
it's almost
exactly.
like a test. It's like a test.
Yeah, exactly. That's like to prove that you deserve the belt. Yeah. I think they did it to me too.
And it is a little hazy.
Yeah, I think they did it.
That's
to
why
me
they
too.
say we're culty, because that is some culty shit.
It is.
That's like a gang initiation.
So and the whipping thing, So it has been a little watered down in the sense that there's just a lot more hobbyists, I think. So
yeah, and that's fine.
I feel like back in the day, a lot more people competed, but there's also a lot less people doing it. So, like, once you start changing the proportions, it starts looking a little different. Like, okay, now there's just more people that don't compete in general.
Yeah.
Right? So you have all these people that don't compete, and then the ones that did compete are, okay, it's a lot less now because they've gotten older, and now the new ones don't feel the pressure of competing as much. And so, in that sense, I could see how it's, like, watered down. Just in the competition scene, I guess. But like you said, there's a gym on every corner. So jiu-jitsu itself, the scene, growing 100%. Exponentially.
Yeah.
Now the competitive scene, I feel like it's getting better, but in comparison to like how many people have joined, I feel like it's not where it should be.
Like you feel like
I feel like there should be more competitors with the amount of people that have joined the sport. I feel like they're.
But you have people that are also joining their sport in like their 30s and stuff like that, and they're bored. Like, what do you want them to do? I think that's when you need to start being like a little bit more.
I guess that's the
competition focused with the kids. Like that's why I think you need to be maybe more like competition focused with the kids, and then if they actually grow a love for it, that means that they're gonna get really good really fast because then they're going with adults or transitioning to adult classes, and then they're already going to be over that anxiety of competing because they did it their entire like childhood.
Yeah, all those young children, bro.
They don't experience that anxiety. Like that Jocelyn girl, she does not experience anxiety. She's like, yeah, it's competition.
And the Taylor either. The Taylor girl that I interviewed,
because it's like it's just
exactly.
Tuesday.
But she's only been doing it for 5 years, but she started younger because she's 17. So it's like as a kid, I guess that mentality is just easier to like adapt to. Of just like eventually just don't get nervous anymore, especially being a kid. Like that's all you're doing.
So I
do get to do that every weekend.
I think we're gonna see a boom as far as competition because there's people who have been doing it since they've been kids.
Yeah.
And we have all these child prodigies that I don't think there's actually gonna be a problem there. But in general, it's just a little bit watered down because then we have all these people opening schools who aren't necessarily super duper great.
True.
And as a result, it is what it is. You know what I mean? It's just not 100% there, but I'm sure people are going there and still learning and
Of course.
and loving it, and that's the important part.
Love jiu-jitsu.
Yeah. That's how we do it. How is it that the kids are doing it now?
Oh, they do it like this now.
Yeah. That's how we do it now.
That's how we do it now. Update, guys.
It's not
In
the same.
2024, now it's this.
And also boomer socks.
What?
Boomer socks.
Oh, the
So,
socks.
Yeah,
Oh my
no
God.
show socks. Okay, we're tangenting.
All right,
Nothing to
we're
do with
pretty
jiu-jitsu.
much done with the jiu-jitsu talk. So the long socks are in again.
Which I think is terrible. Like that's how you look like grandpa. I saw like.
I mean, I'll do the black if they're black socks, but white socks, long socks.
dude.
I mean, they look cute, I guess, but I don't want to wear long socks. I wear long socks with my boots, but not with my sneakers.
Dude, I saw a TikTok that
But I did start wearing high tops.
You need higher socks for high tops.
I don't though. I just wear
Oh,
my
I
leggings go into my high tops.
That's funny.
So I just wear my high tops now, so it looks like I'm like halfway in between Zers and the millennials, you know.
I don't even try to hide it, okay? No show socks for me, okay?
I mean, they are no-show socks, but I'm wearing high tops now when I go to the gym, you know. Gotta be one with the cool kids.
I don't wear high tops.
Oh, I like high tops.
I don't like high tops. I think it's because I like my ankles aren't fat, but like my calf is, and then it makes it look like my ankle's fat because it cuts off right where my calf is and it starts to get
Oh, I
big.
feel you.
Yeah, it's just not flattering for the shape of my leg.
I feel like they flatter my big thighs.
No,
No?
not for me. I mean, for you maybe.
No, for me, yeah.
I have to.
You're looking to flatter my ankles.
No, they don't. They don't. And I don't have cankles. I have nice ankles. But whatever. That's all I'm talking about.
Okay, so for the most part, that was pretty much everything we wanted to talk about.
Yes.
You know, try to support both tournaments if you can.
For sure.
Because it's going to be free on YouTube to watch CJI, so just watching, I think, will be supportive to give views.
Definitely.
And then ADCC tickets, if you bought them, go.
Yeah,
Just
go
go.
watch it. You're still going to see a bunch of high-level competitors doing what we love to do.
Exactly. You're still going to see awesome matches. Maybe it wasn't the one you wanted to see, but you can stream for free on your phone, YouTube, the CJI.
Yeah, definitely.
Be supportive of both. We're pushing for good things. You know, I don't think it's being done with bad intention. I think they're trying to
I
bring
don't think
positive change to the sport.
It's not bringing. It's bringing attention
No,
to
I
it.
said
but
no.
I don't
I
think
bad
it's,
intention. Like I don't think he's trying to like sabotage Mo.
No,
per
I
se.
think he definitely is.
I don't think he's trying to sabotage Mo. I don't think he's trying to end ADCC. That's not his goal.
No, but I think he wants to like jab at them 100%.
You think he wants to jab at them?
Oh yeah, this isn't gonna stop ADCC by any means or by any absolutely not. But it is 100% intentional and it is not done with good intent.
I feel like he's just trying to push for better pay.
Yeah, but and I understand that's
And he performed in ADCC. He's done ADCC too.
yeah, but the intent to jab at them is definitely still there.
Well, I hope he's not doing it.
I mean, okay.
I mean, you say he is, but I hope it isn't. I hope he's just doing it for like the good of the sport, and not to like actively be like "F you, Mo," you know, like.
It's like for the good of the sport at the cost of sticking it to ADCC.
You think he hates them?
It's not that I think that he hates them, because that's not what I'm saying either. Like I said, I don't think this is going to end ADCC by any means,
Right,
and I think he
it's
knows
not,
it.
yeah.
And he definitely knows it, but he's definitely jabbing at them 100%. Because now the people who are competing in his event can compete at ADCC, and those are still high-level competitors. So in general, yes,
Yeah.
good for the sport itself, at the cost of jabbing at one of the competitions he thinks is unfairly paying their fighters or competitors.
I guess.
For sure.
It is one of the biggest ones, so.
Yeah. They're beating out IBJJF.
Oh my god, I'm so tired of IBJJF.
Everybody.
They DQ'd like a bunch of people for like, and everyone's like confused about all these.
And we're not ending IBJJF by talking shit about it either, because everybody still goes and competes.
I mean, I stopped.
People don't get paid to be there, I don't think.
I mean, as a black belt, if you win world and pans, you get like a check. I think if you win.
Do we know how much that is? We don't. It's fine.
I think it's like a few thousand, under 5, maybe 1,000.
It's also some shit money. Apparently, you can make that in a seminar if you're that good.
Yeah. So, let us know what you guys think about this stuff that's going on in the community.
Yes.
If you have any questions, if you have any ideas or things you'd like us to talk about, don't hesitate to comment.
Yeah, or drop us a DM, whatever.
On our Instagram page where you can follow us at Jiu-Jitsu
Sisterhood.
Sisterhood. Don't forget to check out our Spotify. You can check out our website. Keep an eye out for any tournament that we mention. And you can follow my personal account, Dark Nebula, BJJ.
My personal account, Edelia22.
And thanks for watching.
So that's it for us.
Thanks for tuning in.
We're tapping out.
Bye.
Bye.